Hi there, this is a demonstration of ApprovalPlus. This particular one focused on the invoice preparing or coding of an invoice that's not related to a purchase order. So for an invoice preparer, they'll be notified by email or given notice, if you like, that they've got tasks to do. In this case, the two prepare items are the ones we're interested in. So you can either hit the play button, the first item on their list will pop up, or they can go to their list by clicking on the glasses and they can see the documents that are awaiting their action. They simply click into the one they want to action. They'll be looking at the invoice image and effectively reviewing their work done by accounts payable to make sure it's accurate or it's come in from the OCR process and that it's all correct. Make sure they're happy they're paying the right supplier for the amount, and then they're going to do their general ledger coding. So the red button on the screen here, it takes us into the coding dialog. Okay, so red fields are compulsory, so you do need to select, in this case, a cost center and an account code and put a comment in and select an approver. Some of these things may default in depending on which supplier has been selected. Okay, so in my case, I'm only able to access a couple of cost centers for this part of the organization, so each user will be restricted to what they can code to. And as they select a valid GL code combination, various fields down below can default or become required fields, so they would go red if they were required. In this case, we've got a default of an analysis code that's popped in for us based on the GL code I've selected. So we do need to enter a comment. As you start typing, it will look for any comments you've used in this space before and default those up if you need to use those. Okay, in our case, we just need to select an approver. We select from the valid list of approvers. Only people who can approve this amount for this GL code combination that are attached to me will appear, and you may be able to select yourself as I have done here. I've by default coded this whole amount. If I wanted to part code this invoice, I could have entered a small amount here and coded this to one GL code and then coded the balance across other GL code combinations. To finish, I just say save GL line. It's recognized that I have coded all of this amount of the invoice, so I can now click the send to approver button, which will generate the next process in the step for someone to approve this invoice for us. And that's really the demonstration of how to prepare an invoice in ApprovalPlus. Thank you for your time.